What's going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. Another domestic out of Florida, Tuesday, May 2nd, around 9 p.m. An entire family was found pronounced. Renee, what's going on with this story?
Yes, so the police were called to that home, I believe it's Sunrise Apartments, around 9 p.m. And there they discovered four people, 40-year-old Marlene Pizarro and her three children, which ranges in age from 11 to 21 years old. And I believe we had some background about Marlene Pizarro.
So she's a school teacher. This is her right here. Her daughter went to the exact same school she taught at. So they had to be BFFs. Have the mother's 40 years old, the daughter who is only 17 years old. All right.
Yes.
His name is Al Stinson. He is the boyfriend. He is only 38 years old, and the mother was 40. So everybody in this case is pretty much very young. Everybody pronounced at the scene, and it had to be a horrific scene. The mom 40, the son 21. The daughter, which is right here, 17, and there's another daughter, 11 years old.
Yeah.
All right. So now they're saying he had a background. And the reason why I bring that up is because ladies, men too, there's some women who are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I bring this up. One thing about YouTube videos, you should come out that video learning something. And you cannot walk away from this. You cannot look away from this. You gotta watch this. Increase the loss of temperature. And I did 5 minutes of a Facebook search on the brother, and I found this picture. Y'all cannot walk past this. Decline in school performance. Okay, that could be iffy. But increase risk behavior. Increase the use of alcohol. Planning to commit acts of violence. Whether it's don't have to be you, it could be others. I keep bringing that up because you have to look it up, write it down, take a picture. Now, he is pronounced. The police. Now, there's controversy on how the police got him. They did us a favor. What happened out there with the police?
Right. So when they got to the apartment, he wasn't there, but he was immediately ruled a suspect. And they found him at a hotel. I forgot the city, but at a hotel, and they were negotiating with him. He came out, allegedly dropped the gun. He was moving backward. And the SWAT team allegedly deployed some type of non-fatal device to subdue him. And when they did that, they're allegedly saying he reached for the gun. And then that's when they, unfortunately, shots fired and he was pronounced.
They took the time to beg and plead with this man to drop the gun. He finally did drop the gun, and they deployed some type of non-lethal weapon at him. So it was a tactical unit because, man, he was armed and dangerous after what they saw.
Yeah.
And they weren't taking no chances. I don't blame them. But if the man dropped the gun, just arrest him. But so they deployed some other non-lethal at him. And he ended up, they saying he reached for the gun. However, I'm glad they did us a favor. But because, man.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, if he dropped the gun, I mean, couldn't they just have given him commands at, gunpoint and had someone, get on the ground, put your hands behind your back, move 3 feet that way to the side, whatever, lace your fingers and all that stuff.
Right. So So they're admitting that, hey, he did drop the gun, and then we deployed some other stuff at him. Why'd you do that? You just spent all that time begging this man to put the gun down. Now, see, his plan, he was telling them, hey, you just going to have to come in and handle that. I'm not putting it down, allegedly, is what the cops are saying he said. That he was trying to do.
Yeah, at some point,
He was trying to get them to do that.
Right.
Or
at some point he mentioned suicide. Yeah.
Right. By cop. And then they ended up convincing them to put it down. And when they did, they like, boosh! Non-lethal.
Right.
And he said,
Yes.
So anyway.
So a little background about Al Stinson. I'm sorry. He did have a criminal background. He allegedly had sexual battery charges assault charges and allegedly some burglary charges. So then the bigger question is, Marlene Pizarro was a high school teacher. What was she doing with someone of this background?
Right, right. You
So
know, I
so
mean,
that's a good
I
question.
don't here. I'm not here to judge people on like, but us collectively, everybody got to make better decisions. Man, especially background,
Yeah,
especially when it comes to a criminal background, especially violence. You know,
yeah.
now the motive.
And I
There's no motive in this case as
right,
of yet. We
right,
can't say clear on what happened, on why he even did this.
right,
And but no matter what it is, ain't nothing that can justify him doing this to an entire family. So now some of the people, some of the neighbors are saying that they believe him to be the father of those children. I don't know if that's confirmed as of yet, right?
right. So the news article is not naming him as the father, but some of the neighbors are. So at this point, we're kind of unclear. But the news story is saying her children.
So we don't have the identities of the other two children. Those have not been confirmed yet, but these two have. So these two identities, the other identities will be out. However, they are the 21-year-old son and 11-year-old daughter's identity haven't been let out yet.
Yeah, and just one last thing. I know you talked about women, being cautious with dating, but even more so cautious when you have kids as well.
Especially cautious. I say
Yeah,
that time and time and time again. When you have children, no longer are you dating for you. You now are looking for a stepfather. However, I did go to his Facebook page and he had kids posted on his background picture. He looked it to
right,
be a stand up father. He did. And this is one of the things that I can, I can see what women and men are saying is that, you get a representative at first. You don't get the real
right,
person when you're dating the first year, 6 months to a year. You don't even know who this mofo is. They just bring their representative and they act. And then all of a sudden they just
right.
flip out and change after a while.
Right. But I know at one point you said something about a background check because like I said, I see these alleged charges that he has. I wonder if she knew about those.
Right, right. That's why I say if you're dating, you're going to have to run that. Like, hey, no disrespect, homie. I got to check you out. I mean, it's 2023,
Yeah.
and he should not be offended to that because it ain't no time to be taking no chances because some people just all of a sudden
Yeah.
just flip out. And I get that because when I go to his Facebook
Yeah.
page, I saw an ordinary cat. In fact, a good
Right.
father is what I saw from his Facebook page.
Yeah, and then the one thing we don't know if any mental illness. It doesn't say anything like that. So yeah, we're not sure what prompted this.
Right, right. So I'm curious on what the motive will come out to be. And Renee, appreciate you coming on. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video. Peace, y'all.
City on fire. Ooh, down to the wire. It's my life in the shy. Ooh, it's my life in the shy.